Hello guys, what is up? My name is Dylan. Welcome to the Popcorn Podcast. This is episode number 75. I'm once again joined by the man himself, Seth, from of course Seth Reviews Films or Seth's Film Reviews or whichever. Do you want to clarify?
Seth's Film. I don't even know.
You even know yourself.
Seth's Film Reviews, yeah.
Some guy who does film reviews by any chance. There you go. Yeah. We recently just shot an episode on Danny Boyle's new film, 28 Years Later. If you have seen the film, do go and check out that episode where the pair of us give our thoughts in sort of full detail. We play some fun trivia games as well. So there's lots to enjoy there in episode 74. But in this episode, guys, we're doing a bit of a different one. We're doing a sort of bit of a chill, laid-back, fun topic discussion episode. This one, we're going to be talking about IndieWire's 100 best movies of the 2020s so far. So recently, I want to say at the start of the week, as of when we're recording this, IndieWire released an article listing their, like I said, 100 best movies of the 2020s so far. This is a list I think comes out every year.
I think so.
Yeah. This is the first time I'm really kind of hearing, I think, the buzz about this list, and a lot of people are not happy. A lot of people are not happy about some choices.
It's tough. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's like I don't know if they did like a voting system or they just divided between them, but it's like the whole IndieWire film team. Because obviously there's the chief film critic, David. I can never pronounce his last name, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think it's like devised between them. So I don't know how they managed to conjure the actual ranking.
So it says that the following writers contributed to the list.
Okay.
So, like there's a bunch of writers.
Yeah.
So David O.P. or David Ehrlich. Ehrlich. So yeah, a bunch of different writers. 1, 2, 3, 4, like maybe about 15-ish. And they've devised a list and published it earlier this week as of when we're recording it. Yeah. So me and Seth, we're just going to have a little bit of a hangout episode here, go through some of the films, say whether or not we think some of these should be on here, whether or not they shouldn't be on here, whether some should be higher or lower, who knows, but let's
It's worth noting as well, because this is just the decade. It's still 100 movies. It's a lot for the decade.
It is. It was from 2020 onwards, basically. So for basically more or less 4.5 years, 4.5 years? 5 years. 5.5 years. 5.5 years. So yeah, Seth, I do want to say just before we get into this, you did actually make a video on this on TikTok, sort of briefly talking about some of them that I did see. But of course, this episode we get to talk about all sorts of.
There was only I didn't mention as many as we're going to mention.
Yeah,
there's only TikTok's built on short attention spans.
Yeah.
You don't go over that 2 minute mark. That's it.
Yeah. And just disclaimer as well, guys, we aren't going to be talking about all 100 films here. Firstly, because I don't know about you, but I haven't seen all these films.
There was some that I hadn't seen.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, this guy over here has watched over 3,500 films.
Not that many. I'm not that good at keeping up with new releases.
Okay.
So there's definitely a few on that I noticed I hadn't seen.
Interesting. But yeah, let's just get straight into there. So at number 100 out of the 100 best films.
Out of how many? Like, how many have released?
100 out of 100.
Yeah, okay.
We find ourselves looking at Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis.
It's a really interesting talking point.
Yes. So I have somewhat heard a little bit of your thoughts, I want to say, on Megalopolis. Or I'm going to let you take this one because I feel like I'm kind of with the majority here. But
yeah, I like Megalopolis. As a concept, I think it's brass. It's kind of built on this sort of digital dream world that the FFC created, and it really is on the pitfalls of society in a hammering home manner. I just think it's so weird.
It is weird. I'll give you that. It is weird.
No, but in such a entrancing way for me. I think it has. Also, I think what I love about FFC is as a filmmaker. It has some of the most interesting and admirable visual sequences of the decade. I think its pitfalls are there. I think it is very much self-indulgent. I'm sure if you asked him, he would call it like a magnum opus. This is a film I think he started writing this in the 80s. I think it was after Apocalypse Now. I think that's when it was.
Yeah, he's been trying to get this film made for a long
time. It was self-funded. I think it was 90 million, 100 million budget.
Sold his wineries.
I think it's good. It's the sort of thing I like. It's very odd. I would probably I give it a 3.5. I like it, but I don't like. It's not what I hang my hat on. By any means.
I will say, I hate to like just go straight in there and completely slate a film. I really don't know what you see here, mate. Because I've just had, it's not even like I think this film is like bad, but I think it's like in a lot of ways I think it's there's some admirable aspects to the fact that Francis Ford Coppola has clearly put his heart and soul and money into this film, and you know, whatever that says about how filmmakers are, how filmmakers should be, or whatever. At the end of the day, it's a passion project, and I didn't really get much out of this at all.
I just love the dystopia of it all. It's so weird.
You see, mate, you started describing the film, and I'm like, yes, I think that's what the film is about, but I don't feel any of that.
I like us.
I think it's just there's I'm watching it like completely detached. I'm watching it like just objectively, and I can't get into any of the characters, can't get into any of the stories. I can't even get into the world. You mentioned that it has some of the most sort of visually distinct sequences, or visually. I actually, when I watched this in IMAX, I thought a lot of the stuff looked really cheap, like really.
Some of it does, I will agree, but not even like the split screen sequences and the dissolves with Adam Driver when he's kind of having it's like a surgery. It's been a while since I watched it. They're crazy. You know. We said it was 28 years later. You don't see people shooting films like that anymore, right?
Yeah, and I agree with you on that. But I think this is one of the most pretentious, self-indulgent things I've ever seen. I think like the energy of the film is like so not welcoming at all. It's not a film that is like come in and it's not an inviting film.
I agree.
I think
it's very like Marmite. That's what you call it. I think it's one of those where it's like, for me as a filmmaker, the connotation of self-indulgent doesn't bother me. Like I would consider, for example, Asteroid City to be self-indulgent. Yeah. But I love it.
Yeah, the thing is,
I like that.
I feel like all films or all filmmakers are self-indulgent to a certain extent.
Especially when it's like the back end of their careers, and that's where it chimes in a lot of the time as well.
Exactly, but the fact of the matter is, for Megalopolis, for me, is just like, I think there is a level of, you do need to a certain, if you're putting this out to audiences, I don't feel like you as a filmmaker should fully bear in mind like, oh, this is, you know, I think you should to a certain extent take into consideration what makes a good cinematic experience. And I feel like Coppola just got it all wrong here. Like I just didn't get
that. Not bypass the notion that you make art for yourself, though.
You should. I think I definitely.
Do you know what I mean? Like
I definitely think you should make art.
He probably loves this film.
I'm sure he does. I'd hope so as well.
You hope he loves it. I think it's
but
one
even
of those
if like
things.
the cast and crew are like,
because and also I think that goes into the fact that let's be honest, Francis Coppola, hot take, not a good guy.
Yeah.
So it goes into that. That's more the conversation of that. But I think just looking at it as like an artist, I think it's one of those things where it's like, it's kind of similar to like an Ari Aster film, right? Where he makes films that he's going to enjoy. I think he said that like publicly before, and I appreciate that. And I like films that are Marmite.
Okay, fair enough. But mate, this is also the guy who made The Godfather and Apocalypse Now, and I know he's a different.
Bram Stoker's Dracula,
and Bram Stoker's Dracula, but I know that he's in a completely different stage of his career, 100%. But like, Chief, this ain't it.
What did you rate it?
I can't remember. I think maybe like 1 star, 1.5 star, 2, maybe even 2 stars I gave it.
Oh, no, it's not far apart there.
Because, what did you, 3.5?
3.5, yeah.
The only reason I gave it 2.5 stars is because I'm struggling here. I think it's a terrible film, but I watch that film and I look at it as almost a fascinating case study of sorts. So like, it's not like a Jack and Jill when I watch the film and it's just god awful. I think it is an awful film, but like there's things I can learn.
It's driven by something.
Yeah, like there's a story behind the film.
It's like creatively, it's one of those things where a lot of people hate it, and that's fine because it's very out there, but it is artistic in nature. It's driven by something further.
Yes.
Like it's very reflective on, it's very meta on Francis Ford Coppola's career. And that's kind of what he did in his late stage anyway. Like, I don't know if you've seen some of his other 2000s films, like Twixt.
No, I haven't.
And Tetro. Tetro's really good, actually. You probably like Tetro. But how long have we been on this for?
Yeah, I don't we need to move on. We're on 100. We literally had a 10-minute conversation on number.
Yeah, good film. Hot take.
Okay, well, we'll leave it at that.
I should say, probably would be around the same for me, just given it's 100. It wouldn't be higher than that.
Okay.
I think.
So it would have made the list.
I don't know, because I don't know how many 3.5s I have.
Sure. 99, we've got Close Your Eyes.
Haven't seen it. It's meant to be amazing, though.
Check it out. 98, On Becoming a Guinea Fowl.
Haven't seen it. Meant to be amazing though.
97, Babylon.
Interesting.
I think it should be a little higher.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it a lot. I said this when it came out. I love the first 2 hours.
Yeah.
I don't like the last hour at all. At all. I think that is a case study of someone not being confident in their own image and feeling the need to spell it out for an audience. That's what Chazelle, I think, did. I don't like the cinematic exit. You know, the cinema.
Oh, you were right at the very end.
The show reel.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think the first 2 hours are so good that it would probably be like, it's 4-star for me. So I think it would be maybe even slightly higher thinking about it, because it's still 4, because I love those first 2 hours.
Yeah, I agree. I think, Babylon is by no means Damien Chazelle's best film, but I think on an ambition level, I think he tries to do things that,
it's massive.
It's crazy, and obviously it looks gorgeous, and everything that you love about Damien Chazelle from Whiplash and La La Land, etc., is still all here. For sure. But just narratively, it's not quite as concise. It's just not quite. Like you say, I feel like it overstays its welcome a little bit.
Yeah, it's still massive. Like it's still.
I still have so much fun watching it. Make a great double feature with Once Upon a Time as well.
Amazing film, by the way. Tarantino's best.
I don't even know how to pronounce this. Misericordia. That's at 96.
Don't know what that is.
Dune Part 2 at 95. Okay.
Yeah. Well, so David, I'm not going to try and pronounce the last name. He's famously a critic who just doesn't vibe with the Denis Dune films. Which and I will say this, right? So Dune,
which is fine.
Which you're allowed to do.
Yeah, which you're allowed to.
Dune 2, I loved.
Yeah.
I still think Dune 1 is my preferred.
Really?
Yeah, I've always said that. But I still adore Dune 2. I love it. It was an amazing experience. It's one of those things where I think the common complaint about Denis Dunes, is that the images feel quite weightless and barren. And they don't achieve something, which is funny enough. It's something I would say about Gareth Edwards, especially after what we watched yesterday.
We haven't spoken about this yet, but I don't think we're allowed to speak about it yet.
Well, we are. Social reaction. This counts. But I love Dune. I think for me, like Dune 2 just expanded on the mythos in such a way that I adored. I love the way it hit home with comedy in Dune 2 as well.
It is really funny. Javier
Bardem is just amazing at everything. Yeah. I love him. Apart from Little Mermaid, that was a weird one.
I haven't seen Little Mermaid.
Don't watch it, it's bad.
Is it on your top 100 of the...
Absolutely not. I love Dune. It is weird. Like, I would obviously have it. I think...
Would you have it top 10?
Yeah, I think I would. I think I have around like 11 5 stars. For the decade, around that. So it would be, top 10 for sure.
I think this is the first, I'd say, major violation of this list for me. How the hell this film is at 95 is seriously beyond me. I think what it's done for not just the sci-fi genre, but like just filmmaking in general, how it's, it seems to have inspired so many new filmmakers. You see it all over social media, people going crazy, whether that's on a kind of sort of pop culture level or something deeper, what it says about the hero's journey and how Denis Villeneuve has finally been able to crack Frank Herbert's novel, make the adaptable. I haven't read it, but Clara has it.
I've never read it.
I try and stay away from it because I'm like a cinema first. I know this is controversial, but I'm a cinema first.
I know what you mean. Like if I haven't read it, like Lord of the Rings, I read.
Yeah.
And Harry Potter and whatever. But it's like with I'll probably do the same with the Odyssey. I just won't read it. With the Dune books are such an anomaly in the way that they're created, and it has been seen. You've probably seen David Lynch's Dune that went completely wrong. It has been that impossible adaptation. Even though I haven't read them, I've read a lot about them, and it's such a tall task.
Yeah, it is.
They're so weird.
Yeah,
like and to make this into a blockbuster that not only brings Dune lovers, but kind of combines that with a new audience and someone's appreciation for Dune, because it's weird.
Yeah,
it's really weird.
Yeah.
When you look at it, it's really weird.
It is.
Especially Messiah would be even weirder, I think.
Yeah, Messiah, we're looking forward to seeing that next year. But I would, without a doubt, have this in my top 10. And it's one of the first films I think I would think of if someone asked me top 10 of the 2020.
Are you Dune 2 over Dune 1?
I think it's really difficult. I give them both 5 stars, but I think... I know a lot of people, it's sort of a cheat to say this, but to me, the two of them together are the complete film. I think 1 and 2, like even tonally a little bit. One is definitely more of a kind of cinematic action film in a way, or the second film has so much more literally happening than the first, whereas the first is more about the world building. I love both almost equally. Two's got more of those kind of cinematic beats. 94, we have The Iron Claw.
Very good. I think that it skips over a lot of the emotional beats too quickly. And I also think it probably would have actually, I understand why they did it, but the whole cutting the other brother out and kind of merging two brothers into one story, not great. I think it's too quick. I remember watching it. I think it's too short.
Really? How long?
It was like 2 hours 10. But I think that you talk about some of the sequences. I think it's very story beat. Very continuous. Too quick. But that's my own criticism.
Yeah.
I think it's really, really good. I think it excels in like the performance essentially. Yeah. It's probably it's a 4-star for me, so I imagine it'll be top 100.
I agree. I think it's definitely on the top 100 for me. I think I actually liked it a lot more than I thought I was going into seeing a film I didn't really know much about.
So
I think it definitely hits a lot of the emotional beats, even though you say like they skip over it. I think the performances are amazing. All the brothers have such good chemistry.
Yeah, they do.
And yeah, I think it's one of the better family dramas that I've seen of late, and obviously using kind of wrestling as this kind of vessel to channel that is really good stuff. At 93, we have Evil Does Not Exist.
Haven't seen it yet. It's Blind. Apparently, it's like amazing.
Yeah, I heard that too. The Settlers, haven't seen this either.
I think that's
good.
I don't know. I have no idea, but I know it is. Yeah.
The Substance at 91.
So interesting. When I first watched Substance, I loved it. Second time I watched it, I still really liked it, but less so. But I still really liked it. I think I said this in my review. I remember it's something along the lines of like it has no meaning of subtlety.
It's
very, and I don't know if you've seen Coralie Fogger's previous film,
Revenge.
So
good,
great film,
so good.
It has no, the subtlety isn't, its lack of subtlety is it's part of the film. It's a meaning. In the way that it studies, female body standards, especially at that period, and kind of the way it's set, and also just how it's expression, like stylistically as well, which we saw in Revenge. You've seen the previous film. It's really, really good, but I definitely liked it less when I watched it outside the cinema. It would still be my top 10 without a doubt, because it was a 4.5 and I was 4.
Yeah, I mean, again, no-brainer for me. This would be in my top 100, maybe top. I might even put it in my top 20 just because of how out there it is. And I think a lot of people, I'm not saying you was just saying this, but I think a lot of people think in order for a film to be good, you need to be subtle. And I don't think that's the case.
I agree.
I just think that's Coralie Fogger's style. Like, it's very in your face. And, you either love it or you don't. But I think I
agree.
How everything kind of has a purpose in that film, even though it is kind of it is an art house horror sort of
body horror.
Body horror, exactly.
I love the ending as well.
The ending's great. It is crazy. It's literally a bloodbath. And even Demi Moore, like almost basically revitalizing her career, putting Margaret Qualley like literally front and center of Hollywood. It's like, yeah, that film has a distinct personality. If I was to look at these top 100 films all laid out in front of me, I could see the substance from a mile away. Like, that's literally how I feel about it. Yeah.
Crazy in it as well.
Dennis Quaid's great as well.
Crazy.
At number 90, we have The Secret Agent.
I haven't seen
that.
No.
Between the Temples, 89.
Sounds cool.
Poor Things, 88.
I think Poor Things is very good. It's not my favourite Yorgos.
What is it? Killing a Save Deer?
No, it's the favourite.
Okay.
So, I think for me, when I first watched, I think some of the commentary is actually a bit juvenile. It looks amazing. Like, especially some of the fisheye lenses they use in this.
Gorgeous.
The costumes and the sets. Specifically when, like, they're on the boat with Mark Ruffalo, who, by the way, I love Mark Ruffalo. I am such a Mark Ruffalo defender of I love him in everything.
He's great.
I think he's so good. I think this for me was like, is his performance.
God.
But I'd probably have it higher because it's a 4-star.
Same.
But I don't hate it being there.
No, I agree. I saw this instant hit for me. I think filmmaking wise, is Yorgos Lanthimos' best work without a doubt, like without a shadow of a doubt. Production design, cinematography, costumes, brilliant stuff. It's just a shame it came out in the same year as Oppenheimer. Otherwise, I think it probably would have swept.
It didn't for us, did it?
Say again?
Did you not?
No, I'm saying at the Oscars and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Award season. I think Emma Stone is fantastic in it. Everyone's fantastic. Mark Ruffalo's great. I think you can simultaneously watch it as it having that deeper commentary, but also a film that you can literally just go to and just laugh at and enjoy. So
in a sick way.
Yeah, in a really sick way.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's great. And my favorite is Yorgos's Killing of a Sacred, but
it was high for me until we watched it at the, we did that secret screening the other week.
I didn't go to.
Well, no, we did it.
Yeah. Oh,
it drops for me a little bit then.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. Disappointing. Yeah.
87. We have Procession. Haven't seen that.
That's it.
Minari at 86. Thoughts?
Very good film.
Same.
Good little drama. Good immigrant story. I like a lot. 4-star.
Yeah. I agree.
That's fair.
I agree. It also came out in COVID year.
It was 2020, wasn't it? Yeah.
EFUS or AFUS?
No, but I keep getting recommended that all the time. Was that this year?
That is 2024.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Maybe this year for us.
Yeah. It's meant to be amazing.
The Delinquents.
Don't know.
Haven't seen it. Love Life by Koji
we
Fukunaga.
really haven't watched anything.
Yeah.
Great.
Beau's Afraid, 82.
I think it's fine. I think it's now. I will say I think Beau's Afraid not only warrants a rewatch, but almost requires one.
Yeah,
but I do think it falls off heavily at the theatre sequence.
Yes,
theatre sequence happens. I like the theatre sequence. After that, kind of
when he finds his way back home.
Exactly. But the first
act is great.
When he's in his apartment, he's really anxious, and then outside of it, I loved
brilliant stuff.
I was like, this is going to be generational. But it'd be much lower for me. It's a 3-star, so I wouldn't have it. I wouldn't have it in my top 100.
Yeah,
sure.
I think I was going to ask you thoughts on the Eddington trailer, and what I will say about Ari Aster is Hereditary is one of my all-time favorite horror films. It's so good. Midsommar's great as well. I really just hope that he hasn't become one of these filmmakers who have just now strayed into too pretentious of a kind of filmmaker, essentially, after a film like Beau's Afraid. Because I remember when Beau's Afraid came out, Martin Scorsese was promoting it like crazy. And I just hope that Ari Aster is still able to draw from his first two kind of films. Because I just feel like...
Have you seen the trailer?
Yeah, we probably saw it yesterday.
Oh yeah, I think it's bad.
You think it looks bad?
I think Ari Aster is like I said earlier. I think he's very much. I make films for me and me alone. I think that's fine. But Ari Aster, yeah, I think so.
Because I see Hereditary and Beau's Afraid, two completely different films. One is so focused, and one is it's about the things in the background, but it's also like a singular narrative that works and hits every beat. And then Midsummer slowly grows in the kind of
so that's a heightening the budgets though as well. What he has access to now, I think, for example, I don't think Jordan Peele's going to make another Nope. Get Out. Like another similar context. It's going to be more audacious. Ari Aster is one of those people where I don't love Midsommar. I don't love Beau's Afraid. I love Hereditary. Yeah. 4.5 and 3.3. But and even if I give this a 1, the new one, I'll always go and see his film.
Oh yeah,
there's always an interest there.
Yeah. He's one of the most exciting filmmakers working today, for sure.
Yeah, I don't even care for his films like the last two, but I'm always going to watch them.
Yeah,
that's it.
Number 80, we've got We're All Going to the World's Fair.
Have seen it. But it was decent. It's Jane Sherburne who did I Saw the TV Glow.
I haven't seen these. I haven't seen I Saw the TV Glow just yet. But
okay, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool, but I wouldn't have it in top 100.
Cool.
I don't think.
79, we have Titane by Julia Ducournau.
Should be 1. No, I'd probably have it. I mean, I've spoken about this many times. I think Titane is generational. I think it's, for me, one of the best films of the century. The way it messages genre, the way it looks at identity, and the way it flows as well, and the way it's like almost a 2-parter or a 3-parter, you could call it. Titane for me would be top 3. I think it's... You really love it.
No,
I think it's like a masterpiece. I think it's like one of the best films ever.
Yeah. I mean, we briefly spoke about this in this sort of previous episode that we just shot about Julia Ducournau, and I think, I for one, like Coralie Farja, but also different. It's not just because they're both French female directors.
Kind of in both body horror as well.
Both body horror, exactly.
They are comparable.
Yeah, they are indeed. They have different styles, but yeah, they are definitely comparable. Raw, her directorial debut, I fucking loved. I think it's one of the best coming of age stories ever.
Yeah.
It's great. Titane as well. I think a lot of the you can really see how she's taken it up a level as a filmmaker, and just kind of wrestling with with different ideas. And I thought it was really good. I watched it. I've only seen it once.
Yeah.
And like I said in the previous episode, I definitely felt a lot during that film. But don't think I have had quite the opportunity to bring it all together and really kind of conclude my thoughts on the film. I think a second watch of the film is warranted for me, definitely.
Yeah. What did you rate it? Do you remember?
I think like 4 stars. 4.
Oh, so it's still high.
Yeah, very high, very high.
I think it was 4.5 me on first, and then 5.
Yeah, because the first half is almost like this psycho serial killer kind of film, and the second half is obviously it transforms into this kind of
parental relationship.
Yeah,
amazing.
The firefighters and all that. Yeah.
Oh god, you know the scene where they're dancing.
Yes, that's brilliant. That's so good.
Amazing.
Dick Johnson is dead. Haven't seen that.
Sorry to hear that. No idea what that is.
Sorry, Baby. Directed by Eva Victor. Haven't seen that's also this year.
Sure.
Haven't seen that. The Brutalist, 76.
Interesting.
Higher or lower?
I'm in I think the general consensus, maybe not. I do think the first half is a lot better than the second.
Yes.
A lot better. I still think it's good. I love it as a story on generational trauma. I actually really, really enjoyed that, and I think the architectural side to it,
it's good.
It's amazing, and I think it's shot. I don't know how the budget was like 15 million.
Yeah, it's something.
How?
Crazy, yeah.
How did I don't? It'd probably be like top 100 with the lower end because it's like a 3.5.
So I would say I'd put it. I'd put it on my top. I'd top 50, top 40. I'd say maybe. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I don't love it. I don't think it's a masterpiece. I don't think it's like a There Will Be Blood or No Country for Old Men.
Like an American, model American.
Yeah, I don't think it is quite that good, but I think just sort of on an ambitious level, I think it's...
Do you not think it went so quickly as well?
It did. This is what I don't want to say to people, to Mickey and Panama, who I had on for the Oscars podcast, I told you so, but no one is talking about The Brutalist anymore.
It is weird.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean that, by the way.
What?
I meant the actual film went quickly.
What do you mean it went quick? Oh, but the 3 hours?
Bro.
But no one is talking about The Brutalist, I will say that.
I agree.
Yeah.
It is true. It's weird, actually. Yeah. But it's weird as well because it sparked so many conversation when it came out. I think so quickly. Like, it's the quickest 3 hour film ever.
Yeah, it was really... I'd say Wolf of Wall Street is probably the quickest 3 hour film.
Well, I mean, I'd say Lord of the Rings. That's just that's Lord of the Rings.
Too. That too. 75, we have RRR, which I still sadly have not
It's so good.
I might even watch it tonight, honestly.
No, that's the quickest 3 hour film ever made. I would put that in my top 25, 30.
I need to check it out.
It's amazing. It's so much fun.
Speak of Ari Aster, 74, we have Eddington. We haven't seen this yet. So
I mean, I'm going to base it on what my expectations are. Get it out the top.
73, we have 1001.
Haven't seen it.
Seen this. 72, Pig.
Haven't seen
Michael Sarnowski. I've seen it.
Apparently it's really good.
I thought it was all right.
Okay.
I didn't love it as much as everyone raving about it at the time, but I watched it quite late one night and I had a good time with it. It was interesting. It wasn't what I expected, and I think it's really cool to see Nicolas Cage do a character like that.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Great. 71, we have soundtrack to a coup d'etat. Apparently, this is great.
I don't know what that is.
It's have you seen it? Yeah, it's like history isn't fixed. Is it
a doc?
It's a documentary sort of film on jazz and politics and.
Oh, yeah. When it was 2023?
This is 2024.
Okay, yeah, I do remember this. Yeah.
We have Yes. It's coming out this year.
No idea.
The World to Come. Haven't seen this. This has Vanessa Kirby and Catherine Waterston.
We just haven't seen films.
No, this is came out in 2020. Ooh.
I don't even know that.
Red Rocket, Sean Baker. Thoughts? Okay.
Do you know what's mad? Sean Baker's one of my biggest blind spots. I've seen 3 of his films.
That's what you should have said for your quickfire.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's good actually.
Hard Truths. I haven't seen it, but I know, love this film. Tell me.
I love Hard Truths. I think it's...
Bro, it's actually insane. You're literally the only person I've heard talking about this film.
I think it's unbelievable. I think it's one of the best displays of how just the commonalities of life can wane down on someone and how that can really impact mental health, just those daily routines we have. And I think it studies grief in such a way as well that it's just so not anything fresh but human. I think it's one of the most human films I've ever seen. It's 5-star for me. I think it's I've seen it. It was funny actually. I watched it LFF 4, rewatched it 5.
Wow.
Bro,
just completely jumped up.
Cried my eyes out.
Really?
And it has 2 of the best central performances of the decade. Marianne Jean-Baptiste and Michelle. That's going to annoy me. But yeah, those 2, I think, just truly incredible. My favourite Mike Leigh film. It would be probably in my top 10. Yeah, top 10.
Wow. Damn, that's a lot
Maybe
of praise.
even top 5. Like, it's up there.
Gosh.
Yeah, it's up there.
66, we have Anatomy of a Fall.
Didn't watch it.
You haven't seen it?
No, I know.
I think it's top 100 for me for sure. It's good. It's pretty good. I think it's good. I didn't love it as much as Clara did, but I think it's really good. Really
I heard great amazing things. I need to watch it actually.
Sinners 65.
Sinners is funny because when I watched it, I was like, "This is amazing," and then days after, I was like, "No, this is better than amazing."
Oh, wow.
I was like, "Really?" Do you know it's one of them that caught me?
Yeah,
I was thinking about it non-stop after.
I would say the reason I'm laughing is because obviously Ebony, who we have in the room as well, she walked out of Sinners.
How?
I didn't ask her.
That's crazy.
I know.
Why you beat me out?
That's wild.
She told me this on the phone. I was verbally
Which sequence were you at?
The sequence.
No,
The sequence.
Not the sequence.
It was after that. I did stick around for a little bit. But it was when that electric guitar came out, and then the people in the background were dancing, and then a little.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's.
But things I really wanted to enjoy it. Like, it's my kind of film, but nothing happened. Literally, and I called Dylan because I was so upset, and I was like, did I miss something?
Oh no.
Yeah, Ebony, we'll go to the cinema with you and get that on a rewatch.
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
need. It's coming out again.
Yeah, it's that good. It's coming out again.
It's oh man,
it's brilliant.
On like oh god, it's on culture and music and how powerful the arts are. I think everything to the cast. Ryan Coogler really like stylistically
has found him
because it's difficult for him because I think he's a man who has been a hired hand for most of his career.
Yeah, he's been under the studio structure for
Black Panther,
so long,
Creed. We did obviously Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. What else has he done now? I can't remember.
He did that Fruitvale Station.
That's it.
Yeah, Creed 1, Black Panther 1 and 2. I think that's it.
Yeah, so he's obviously, three quarters of his films there.
Yeah.
And I think he really showed his own. I think it's almost perfectly flawed in a way. It has so much style and so much personality. I think it's amazing. It would probably be in my top 20. Maybe 15.
Yeah, I'd go top 30, I think, for me. I think they're a couple a bit higher than Sinners, but I do really admire it, and I think it's a fantastic film. It's this perfect kind of concoction of all these different things happening, genres.
There's no genre.
Exactly, there is no genre. You can't really, it's a very hard film to describe, and the fact that it still works is testament to just genuinely how great.
I love like Titane, for example.
Yeah.
You know, when something's like that variable in its genre, like if it works, as a good film.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. 64, we have Cloud by Kiyoshi Kurosawa.
Man, so I love Kiyoshi Kurosawa. You still can't stream that anywhere.
Okay. And then it's 2024,
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Challenges, 63. I would have
this
up there.
I would have it higher.
Yeah, I think so.
Challenges is amazing. I mean, I love Luca. I don't know if we'll get onto the other one that we speak about. I don't think it's there. I'll say it now. Yeah, Queer would be higher for me than Challenges. Challenges is amazing. It's just this triangle, the electricity, the way it uses tennis as a vessel. It's the perfect sport to showcase that.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I'd probably have it like top 30, 25, maybe 25.
Yeah, I think also like similarly to what I kind of said about Coralie Fargeau's The Substance, the Challenges for completely different reasons. It is that kind of distinct, instantly recognizable sort of film. Has great performances, like thrilling sequences, not necessarily tennis accurate, but as a tennis fan, I say this not as a as in like a snobby way, but in a way that I can go to and watch it as just cinema. And those tennis matches shown in the film are kind of the equivalent of what lightsaber fights are in Star Wars. It's like, you tell the stories of these conflicts through that intensity. Luca Guadagnino is fantastic. I think the sweat, everything about it, like the score by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, pulse pounding stuff.
Music.
Pulse pounding stuff.
I think what really excelled him as well is the introduction of Mukta Pram as a cinematographer.
Yes.
Of Queer.
Yes.
He's a genius.
I think it's a really cool idea to start working with new DPs, to almost give your films a second breath of life. Essentially,
he's like. Did you watch Trap? Did you like Trap?
I enjoyed most of Trap.
Visually, though.
Visually, I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
he's like the guy right now as a DP. I think it's, again, with Challenges and Queer especially, really elevated that. Yeah, higher for me for sure.
62, The Worst Person in the World.
Probably about right. I
agree.
Lovely. I think it's amazing. Again, the stresses of life. It kind of shows this woman in a conundrum of what she wants to do, relationships, single life. Part of a trilogy. I don't know if you've seen the other two.
I didn't know it was part of a trilogy.
Well, thematic. So Rocky Trier, the director, he made a trilogy called the Oslo Trilogy. And it's essentially interpersonal stories. They're all connected, not connected by character, but thematically in Oslo. Similar traditions. And there's 3 of them, and one called Oslo August 31st is my favourite. Did one called Reprise as well. Similar, a lot of the same actors as well, so I definitely recommend it. But this one is probably right. It's like a 4-star for me. It's a great film.
I think it also won. It did well at Cannes as well.
It did.
Yeah. Up next we have Descendant at 61.
Haven't seen.
We have Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning at 60.
I wouldn't have it this.
I don't. Yeah, same. I don't think I'd have it this.
I think I had it like a great spectacle.
Yeah.
Nowhere near my favorite Mission Impossible.
Same.
I think I had like 3.5.
Yeah.
So it might be like lower end of the 100.
Completely agree with you.
Yeah.
I feel like I've also spoken about Mission Impossible so much recently, so I'm going to move on. 59, we have Zola, which I haven't seen yet.
Haven't seen.
This is with Riley Keough. Yeah. I remember hearing about this. 58, All We Imagine Is Light.
Haven't seen, but they're meant to be amazing.
Yes.
Is this the Indian one?
Yes, I think I missed it at London Film Festival.
I missed it at London Film Festival, I remember.
Passages.
Haven't seen.
Haven't seen either. It does give me a bit of
really good.
Titane kind of vibes, but like even just visually. But
Passages. I've seen this one. Which one is it?
This is the one with Ben Whishaw.
No, I haven't seen it. I know which one it is.
The girl from Blues of Warmest Colour.
Yeah.
Looks interesting. Return to Seoul. I haven't seen. Petite Maman, Celine Sciamma.
Amazing film.
Haven't seen it yet.
It's brilliant. The way it explores motherhood and grief, and it's so delightful. It's like 70 minutes, bro. It's such a delight. Celine Sciamma's, I think, one of our best writers working today. I would have this top 30.
She's definitely a director I want to get more into.
You've seen Portrait, haven't you?
Yeah, I've seen Portrait of Lady on Fire. I thought that was basically a masterpiece. Yeah. 54, we have Oppenheimer.
Yeah, I mean,
take it away.
I think I've said this a million times. I think this is Nolan's like best work by a mile. At least most mature work. I think it's his most like morally questioning as well. I think the way it aligns with character and the way it structures itself, the dialogue is masterful. Ludwig Göransson on the score, like I said before,
incredible.
On our other episode, it's the only score I listen to really. This for me, top 5. I think I've seen like. Bro, when I first saw that test sequence in the cinema, I thought I was going to die. Do you know? I was like, my heart is going mad. I'm having a panic attack. It was horrible.
Yeah.
I think like top 5. I think.
Yeah. I mean, I remember the first time I saw the "Can you hear the music" sort of montage, and I was listening to Ludwig come in. I was like, "Give me that. Yes, let's go." Incredible film, and a film also for me that literally I think I rated it 4 stars on the first watch. Went up half a star. I think then it made it.
It's funny.
I grew with me. So
much, I watched it. So I've seen it like 5 times.
Yeah.
It was 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. Nah, shit, man. This is a 5. That's 5 again. It was crazy. And I did 4 in cinema as well.
Yeah.
So good.
Odyssey, obviously coming next year. A bit of a different film to Oppenheimer on paper.
It looks amazing.
But yeah,
fantastical. Nolan step.
Dude, we got Blue Board yesterday.
Crazy.
You looked at me. Like, I told you.
We can't speak.
Yeah, we can't. We can't speak
words.
Ooh, ominous. At 53, we have April.
Haven't seen.
I'm saying it. The Fablemans at 52.
Didn't love The Fablemans.
I would put this. I'm admittedly a bit biased towards Steven Spielberg because he's just my.
I don't know if that's biased. But it's just like that's what you like.
Yeah, no, but just in general, I think I am, and I do really love The Fablemans. It was me and Clara's first date. Actually, we went to The Fablemans. So nice. In terms of a memory, that's something
you attach yourself to it.
Yeah, definitely. I think the film is great. I think Spielberg's. I haven't disliked a single film of his. I know you're going to come.
What am I going to say?
Are you going to say like what? Ready Player One?
Yeah, and BFG. And War Horse.
I still like elements of those films. I told you I'm a bit biased towards Steven Spielberg. I thought this was great. I think it's
most people did.
I think West Side Story is fucking underrated. I think it's so good. I think it's so underrated.
I don't know.
It's so good.
I mean, I love Spielberg in general. I think it's incredible, but modern Spielberg doesn't do that much for me. This one is so weird because this is the usual film I love. Tail end of a director's career, so reflective, so meta on their life, their upbringing, their passions, their challenges. It just didn't click with me. Maybe I need to watch it again. But right now, it wouldn't be on my 100.
Really?
It's like a 3-star, so I don't probably not. Yeah.
I put this on like maybe top 30. I don't know. Yeah,
I know loads of people love it.
It's a gorgeous film.
Yeah. It looks amazing.
A Different Man, which I started watching. I haven't finished it yet. But I need to get back.
I need to watch it. It looks so good.
Yes, it looks like your kind of film.
It does, yeah, I think so, yeah.
50, number 50, now we're cracking the top half of this. We've got Benediction.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard interesting things about it. I need to watch it.
Wow, this is a controversial one. 49, we have The Matrix Resurrections.
So, I haven't seen it, believe it or not. The Matrix, I think, 1, I think is one of the best films ever.
Yep.
Matrix 2, I think is great. Matrix 3, I think is great.
Really?
Yeah, no, I'm very much Matrix pilled. Fun. But I think I'd like...
I think you'd also like...
I think I'd like it.
I think
very meta, isn't it?
Exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I think it has his whole meta commentary going on. And I think
I'd like it. I think that'd be like my...
It's a little Megalopolis-y, I will say, a little bit, from what I remember.
Just probably with like
trippy,
nice,
it's kind of weird, and
probably
it's not like the previous 3 at all. Like it's even
really? Visually,
it looks a bit like Megalopolis, I will say.
Really?
Yeah, just
better.
more green. Yeah, but better. Yeah.
Hopefully more green.
We've got Dahomey at 48.
Wait, where would you put Matrix? Not in the...
I wouldn't put it in the top 100.
Sad.
Yeah. At 47, we've got EO, the donkey film.
Really good. It's weirdly, it's so sympathetic in the way we visualize it from kind of the donkey's eyes. It's really good. It'd probably be within my like top 60, 70. It's 4-star. It's really, really good. 46,
we have Barbie.
I think Barbie is fine for me. I think it's okay. I think within this setting, it's very hard to make a commanding piece of social commentary. In a sense, there's like an advert.
Yeah,
but I think it delivers what it can. I think Margot Robbie definitely carries a lot of it.
I think Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling's really funny, actually. Yeah. It wouldn't be my 100 though.
It wouldn't.
No.
I think I would have it in my 100 just because of, I know this is kind of cheating, but just because it being such a thing, take it or leave it. But like, I had a good time with it. I didn't go into it thinking it was like this massively deep commentary, even though I think certain elements try to be that. I speaking to Alex solo screenings about this, and she said she found it quite patronizing, whereas I know a lot of people have taken so much from it. So I think regardless of what you think about the film itself and whether or not you think the commentary is all that, the fact that it has had that impact means that it is working for a lot of people. I don't think it's like Greta Gerwig's strongest film, but I think it's probably her weakest film. For sure. But I still had a fun time with it. I
think it's one of those things as well where, again, it's going to be, your impact's going to be variable depending on your experiences, like anything. But we also have to take note that the reason it did so well as well, it is a live action Barbie film with Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I don't think it's fine, but I think it's definitely her weakest film. Like, I think Lady Bird and both Little Women are like, I really like them both. They're both great. Whereas this one, I'm like, it's fine. Yeah,
like, this is the thing. Like, whenever people say like Barbie, if people have spoken to, Barbie's the greatest thing ever. Go watch Little Women. Go watch Greta Gerwig. Go watch Lady Bird. Watch those films.
Sets are cool though.
The production design is amazing. It's fantastic. 45. We have The Green Knight.
So it's weird. I watched it with Anna, my partner, like 3 years ago, and didn't like it. But now I'm looking like, that seems like such a me film.
It does seem like such a.
And I love Dev Patel. I love Dev Patel. I think he's amazing.
Fantastic. Yeah. Visually, it's incredible. Like, it looks delectable. It's so
yeah.
I think it's one of A24's best looking films without a shadow of a doubt. Everything you want from an art house fantasy kind of film, this film has visually. In terms of the kind of ideas it's playing around with, I don't know if all of them quite hit as hard as I think David Lowery would have wanted to. If you haven't seen A Ghost Story,
I didn't like Ghost Story.
Ghost Story. I love that film.
I can go 2.5.
Oh, I love that.
Maybe it's the David Lowery thing.
Love that film.
Yeah, I love it. Rooney Mara was really good in it.
Yeah, she's eating a pie for like 15 minutes, like one take.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. I need to rewatch Green Knight. Right now, I wouldn't be on it, but I need to rewatch. I think I'd like it on rewatch.
Fair enough. 44. We have Our Body.
Haven't
seen that. 43. It Was Just an Accident.
Haven't seen.
This is what won Palme d'Or this year, I think.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. Is it the neon one?
Jafar Pani.
I've heard really good things about this actually.
Yeah,
when we saw it.
Yeah, I'm really excited to check this one out. Bergman Island by Mia Hansen-Løve. Haven't seen it. Good.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like a 3.5. Won't be on top 100.
Hit the Road.
I don't know what that is.
That's also directed by Panahi. Yeah,
Wow. Doing numbers.
Yeah, he is. He's a filmmaker to look out for. Past Lives, number 40.
It's weird. Past Lives. The more I think about it, the less I like it sometimes.
Oh, okay.
But I still think it's really good.
I need to give this film a rewatch. I watched it very, very late one night.
Okay, you only seen it once.
I've only seen it the one time.
I think it doesn't break any boundaries for me. I love the immigrant nature, I love the immigrant story of it. Quite simple, effective. I remember watching it. I was like, "This is gonna make me cry." It just didn't really.
Same.
It's very good. I would probably say it would be in my top 100, but it might be like that 70 range, 60 range. It's pretty good though.
Yeah, I think it is a really kind of quite meditative, delicate is how I would describe that film. I want to check it out and give it a second shot for sure. 39, we've got The Shrouds by David Cronenberg.
Haven't seen it yet.
We haven't seen it. We haven't got it.
Well, George watched it and he gave it half stars. That's all I've got to go.
Oh wow, okay. He gave it half a star.
Yeah, he hated it.
Oh wow.
And my Letterboxd average is like everyone loves it. George, he just hates it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
God. Do not expect too much from The End of the World. 38.
Are you just saying that to me, or is that?
No, that is a film title. Yeah. Number 37, we've got All the Beauty and the Bloodshed.
God, these are cool names.
Cool names.
I haven't seen
either.
Yeah.
36, we've got Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I liked it less on rewatch. Still a really good familial drama with some great fantasy aspects. Prefer the other film.
Oh,
what's it called? The one with Daniel Radcliffe and Paul Dano.
Swiss Army Man.
Yeah. Would probably be 70 kind of range, 4-star. It's really, really good, but I don't love it.
I think I would have it in the top 50 probably quite easily, but I know a lot of people would probably have this in like their top 10, like generally speaking.
Yeah, some people hate it though.
Yeah, some people really don't like it, but I think majority of people think this is like the greatest thing ever, basically. But I was saying this to George from the Pulp Kitchen podcast recently, who he's also a bit lukewarm on it, but I think the film is amazing. I gave it 5 stars. I've still given it 5 stars. I think like on a filmmaking level, it's fantastic. Like it's kind of similar to what we were saying about Danny Boyle. I've never really quite seen a film like that or had an experience like that. Even if I don't think the story is quite, it didn't hit as hard for me. I do think there's something to be said by the fact that I haven't really thought about it that
Bro, you got to lower it. This is what I do with 5 stars, right? You know, if I have a 5-star and I'm looking at it and I'm like, I've not thought about the film in ages, lower it.
Yeah, but so my philosophy with this is the 5 stars you give is literally at the time of when you gave it. So if I were to rewatch it again and I have a different experience.
Yeah, I'm not like that. I'll drop those shit. Yeah, sure. I think it's really, really good nonetheless.
Yeah, definitely. 35, we have Licorice Pizza by Paul Thomas Anderson. I gave it my top 50.
I have only seen it once. It's my least favourite PTA. Still like it though.
It's good fun.
Would be in my top 100, but lower end.
Yeah.
It's good.
Solid.
Yeah.
Solid. Anora at 34.
Loved it on first watch. Really liked it on second. Less so. I think it's almost like a fish out of water story for half of it. I think it's really, really funny and heartwarming. I love the final scene. Mikey Madison's amazing as well. Where would it place? Probably like top 50?
I'd say top 40 for me. I think it's brilliant. I think I don't know if I would have had it necessarily win Best Picture.
Oh, it did win Best Picture.
It did, yeah. But I had such a blast with this film. How Sean Baker was able to, have you laughing hysterically one moment and then sort of
crying,
basically crying at the end of it. It's just It's and Mikey Madison as well. It's hilarious. It's great.
For sure.
33, The Taste of Things.
Bro, I haven't seen it, but this looks amazing.
So when I first saw this trailer, I thought it was an advert. I thought it was like a
I know what you mean, like a culinary advert.
Yeah, I thought it was like, and I was like, wait, this is an actual film.
Yeah.
I thought it was one of those satirical adverts that you get that try to be cinematic or reference films.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh no, they're still going. Oh my god, it's actually a film.
Apparently, it's like amazing. And the food.
Check it out. You like food films?
Yeah, but not when I'm hungry. That's the difficulty.
There you go.
But it looks really, really good.
There you go. There's a slight Snickers promotion there.
True.
We're not sponsored by Snickers, by the way, just FYI, guys.
But you can be.
But yeah, we can be. Yeah. Saint Omer.
Have a sip.
Omer. Saint Omer.
Haven't
seen it. 31, we've got The Lost Daughter, which I still haven't seen.
Really good. Really liked it. Wouldn't be my top. Where was it?
It's 31.
31. It wouldn't be. I have 4 stars, but like, I don't know, 80, 70. Really good. Really good. Olivia Colman, I think, is like one of the best working. She's tremendous in everything. All
Light Everywhere, number 30. Haven't seen this either. Killers of the Flower Moon, 29.
I would have it top 6, 7. I think it's like, again, we talk about There Will Be Blood, we talk about The Control Men. I think it's a contemporary American masterpiece. I think it's one of the most important pieces of American cinema of the last
That I agree with it for sure.
I think it's very, very important. I think it's such a... I mean, I've said this for a while. I think Scorsese right now is in the best period of his career. For me, like, I think the last few films have taken such an important element, like Silence has taken part of his upbringing, had a question of faith and morality and sacrifice, and then The Irishman is like everything he can conjure with previous massive mafia films into one as a collection of stories, and then this one, which I think is grandiose in its importance in American history, because it's such an important story to tell, especially with the epilogue. I would have it like, I'd have 6 or 7.
Do you feel like there is a somewhat, I don't know if I think this, but do you feel like there's somewhat of a trend between a trend of sort of huge directors taking on more mature and kind of, dare I say, politically driven a little bit, but like,
yeah, for sure,
more mature sort of narratives, and having them, you know, you can get someone like Christopher Nolan who's like, you know, done the sci-fi genre that, and then, you know, he went from Tenet and then did Oppenheimer, and like just thematically those two films are so completely different. And one he's having fun with, one he's like really delving into. Scorsese as well is really kind of like you say, doing some of the most important,
it's like
American films currently.
I think Scorsese, you know, I mean, he is like probably my favorite guy walking. He's like one of my favorites ever, maybe my favorite. He's done, you know, his studio work. He did The Departed. He did Shutter Island. Wolf of Wall Street, which are all really good films. But I think now he's had that kind of almost late stage career clarity, in that he's making films for himself, and that they're so personal and they're so based off experience and feeling. And he, like the book Killers of the Flower Moon, I think it's the same name, but I can't really remember. The book is adapted off, and he spoke about just wanting to do this for such a long period of time. And I think it's just a clarity period when filmmakers have done films that have done really well at the box office, and they have that financial backing, they can now explore that. Whereas previously they couldn't, because Oppenheimer, even though it did amazing, no one expected it to do as well as it did.
Yeah.
For what it is.
But this is the difference that I see between someone like Scorsese and Francis Ford Coppola, is when you look at a film like Killers of the Flower Moon, yes, like you said, he does make that film for himself, but at the same time, he does still feel a huge amount of obligation and responsibility to other communities, whereas Francis Ford Coppola, but I know one's kind of fictional and one's not, but
I think it's one of those things where it's
like when I watch Killers of the Flower Moon, I feel like the filmmaker who made the film, there is a sense of humbleness there. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not this brash piece and look at me, look what I can do. But then, yes, I'm also telling an important story. It is every single detail, every single, you know, scene is so meticulously thought about, and how, you know, sort of delicately it's approached. Whereas like Francis Ford Coppola, I just feel I think
Francis Ford Coppola's done that though previously.
No, I'm not saying he hasn't done it. I just feel like in the late stage of his career, when you look at something like Megalopolis, every scene is trying to say to me like, look how great.
I agree. But I think with Megalopolis, it's also the thing where he tried to get funding for like 40 years. Yeah. So this isn't even like, it's not even, it's not even a project from his late career, bro. He did this when he was like in the 80s. But I know what you mean. I think it's almost from like a morality perspective, where it's like, how do you want legacy to be defined almost?
Yeah.
And Scorsese's done, I think that was his like 27th or 8th film. And I dislike one of them.
Which film did you select?
Boxcar Bertha.
I was going to say, please don't say Silence. I think Silence
is my favorite.
Fantastic film.
Silence.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bro, Silence. Silence is my favorite Scorsese.
So good. It's so good.
I think it's one of the best ones ever.
I've been looking for someone to like literally be like, dude, I fucking love Silence.
I love Silence.
So good. I saw The TV Glow at number 28.
I think it's amazing. I think it's progressive in the best possible form. I think it's thrilling. I think it's scary. I think it's touched on identity, similar to like Titane and The Body and We're Into It. I think Justice Smith as well gives one of my favorite performances of the decade. It would probably be within my top 20.
Wow.
It's amazing. It's really, really good.
We'll check it out ASAP. Jackass Forever at 27.
Such a random pick. I like it. I didn't love Jackass, and I never have, but I like the pick 'cause it's funny. It's just a weird pick, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just really odd.
It's really
just odd.
Number 26, we have Flow.
Haven't seen it yet.
I think it's really good. I've
heard.
Yeah, I think even just using Blender to make the entire film is just an achievement of itself. It's very cool, and it's basically a silent film. There's no dialogue, there's no talking. So literally animation in its purest form. Brilliant.
Do you know what I think it is? I've got a cat and I don't want to see a cat die.
Okay, no comment.
Great, brilliant, excellent.
Number 25, we have Shirat or something. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I think it's this year as well. We haven't got round to it. Furiosa 24.
Would be my one.
Really?
Yeah.
Best film of 2020 so far?
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Oh, actually, that or Banshees for me would be my one. Okay. Do you know what? I've tossed and said like that, Titane or Banshees. I think Furiosa is like a modern miracle.
You think it's better than Fury Road?
Yeah, I do. I think Furiosa takes the best aspects of Fury Road and merges it into a story about like kind of an oppressed heroine and makes Furiosa the centre of attention and gives her kind of the limelight you need within this kind of very much a patriarchal society. And just I love being in George Miller's like wasteland anyway. Like I like all the Mad Max films apart from 3, which is fine. Yeah. I love Fury Road. There's not taking anything from there, but I think they excel in different ways. But Furiosa, I've seen it 5 times now. Wow. I love it. I think it's amazing. It would be my one, if not 2.
I really enjoyed Furiosa. The reason I prefer Fury Road is because when it comes to the spectacle and the action, I do just feel a bit more of that grit because it's just more of it's practical, I think. It's, you know, there's a lot of visual effects and CGI going on in Furiosa, and not to a point where it's like there's a detachment there. I still think a lot of it is great, but I do think in terms of those sequences and those set pieces, I just feel a lot more when I watch, when I watch Fury Road. I think it's just a preference thing, I think. And
or my 1 or 2, I think.
Anya Taylor-Joy is fantastic as well.
Chris Hemsworth, by the way.
Oh, Hemsworth, best work of his career.
Even by far, yeah. Actually, have you seen Black Cat from 2015?
No, I haven't.
He's really good as well.
Michael Mann.
Yeah.
23, we have The Souvenir Part 2.
Haven't seen, but I like the director, whose name I can't remember.
Joanna Hogg.
I like the director. I haven't seen that one.
I've only seen, the only other work I've seen of hers is the Tilda Swinton one where she plays her mum as well.
It's something The
Eternal Daughter.
Yeah.
I didn't love that.
Did you not? I love that. Tilda Swinton's like probably my favorite actress.
Really?
Working. Yeah, for sure.
I'm thinking of Ending Things at number 22, Charlie Kaufman.
Great film. Like it a lot. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it.
It's really, really good.
I need to check it out.
Really existential.
Netflix,
really
right? Yeah.
Yeah, Netflix.
Yeah. Sentimental Value at number 21.
Isn't that the new...
Johan Trier, yeah.
Johan Trier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that.
Number 20. Now we're getting into the important terrain. Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always.
I haven't seen it.
I have heard of this. I've heard about this a lot.
Is that a new one?
No, it's 2020. I heard about this. Yeah, I heard.
Who directed it?
Eliza Hittman.
What a name.
Yeah, I know.
Crazy.
Number 19, we've got the Pacifiction, directed by Albert Serra, 22. La Chimera. Haven't seen it. He's in it?
It's meant to be. I need to watch. It's meant to be amazing.
Josh O'Connor.
Josh O'Connor's really good.
He's so good.
I like him a lot. Yeah.
Armageddon Time, directed by James Gray.
Was this the Anthony Hopkins one?
Yeah,
I hadn't seen that. I looked at it. I was like, this doesn't really interest me.
I think I also missed at LFF as well. And
it was LFF.
And then he also did One Life as well. I think the year.
I thought that
it was the same film.
The same film. Yeah.
James Gray, though, great director, really underrated.
Well, do you know what's funny? Do you know what's been watched this so long? And I was speaking to Aaron about this the other day. No,
Lost City of Z.
Actually, yes. Also, I really want to watch Lost City of Z. It's really cool.
It's good.
Yeah,
it's good. Yeah. Asteroid City at number 16.
Yeah, I love this. It's my favorite Wes Anderson. I love the way it explores like performing arts and how that meets us, and also beliefs. I love the alien aspect of it. It would be my top 20.
Okay, interesting.
You don't like it?
I don't love it as much. No, I really don't. I think yesterday I was having a conversation with someone about the Phoenician Scheme, and I actually liked the Phoenician Scheme quite a bit. Like, a lot of people were not saying good things about it. Went into it, reduced expectations, came out, had a blast. Asteroid City for me is just like, I don't know. I just feel like it's a film that just lingers, and you're kind of. This sounds like such a cliche critique, but like you're kind of just waiting for something to happen. And I do like the interplay between like Scarlett Johansson, Jason Schwartzman. Yeah. But I just feel like when I look back on Wes's catalogue, I think the films that I resonate more with is the ones where his style informs the substance, and the substance informs the style. And I think that Astro City just doesn't do it for me. Maybe I'm just not as interested in it, but I did really like the landing sequence. That was very cool.
Love that.
That's very cool.
So cool.
The Beast, which I haven't seen. Leia Seydoux.
Really, really good. You won't find that many like films on intimacy that are portrayed in such a way. It's really, really good. It's like 2 films in one. It's very weird. George McKay is amazing. And Leia Seydoux is great as well. I'd really recommend it. It'd probably be like within my top 50. It's really good. The
Power of the Dog at number 14.
I haven't seen it.
I think it's overrated, man. I think.
Is it rated though?
Well, at the time it was when it was when it was trying to pick up the Oscars, and I think like last minute it got like I think I'm trying to remember. Oh, I think Coda won that year.
It did. Coda did win.
It came in last minute and just sort of stole it. I think because Power of the Dog had a lot of momentum. Jane Campion and I just think when I watched it, I just thought this is trying to be There Will Be Blood so much, but just doesn't have. It's not quite hitting that kind of. There's a lot to take away from it. You might actually like it, but it's not a film I have thought about since, to be honest. So there you go. No Other Land at 13, which I haven't seen, but Clara has seen.
It's fantastic,
and
it's one of the best documentaries of the century. It's fantastic.
So happy that
it's a generational win for the Oscars. Yeah, for sure.
Number 12, Nope.
Loved Nope. Well, funny. Nope first watch 3-star, second watch 4.5.
Wow. What is it with you and your rewatches?
I don't know. Maybe I think it's because when I went to see Nope original, I was expecting something different. I think
like, you were able to sit with it and marinate.
Yeah, and then I watched it again like 2 years after. I was like, man, this shit's great. It's like this whole like big, monster movie on the surface, and you've got the familial drama between the two. So many reference points of other filmmakers, like huge set piece as well. Yeah. It looks like easily the best looking Peele film. I think it's brilliant. I think
it's Jordan Peele's best film from a filmmaking standpoint, and because of that, I think it's its most rewatchable film out of the 3 that he's done.
I might say Get Out.
You see, Get Out for me is like, I think the social commentary is so good, and the writing is so good, and Daniel Kaluuya is so good, and you still get moments where you're like,
I miss Daniel Kaluuya.
I do, man. He needs to come back, man. Come on. Does. But I feel like I'm offered much more from Nope on a visual level. Him working with Hoyte van Hoytema and like just even
the house sequence.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible. Yeah, good, really good stuff.
I would probably have it. It'd be like top 25-30 for sure. It's high. What are you?
I think, I would agree. Top 30 maybe. Nice. Yeah. Number 11, Memoria.
Great film.
Haven't seen it.
Apichatpong Weerasethakul is a generational filmmaker.
How do you say that again?
Apichatpong Weerasethakul. Nice. I think it's
you
hard name.
Looked like you nailed it. Yeah,
tough man. He is a Thai filmmaker. He is like the leader, I guess, of slow cinema. And Tilda as well. It's really, really good. It's really reflective, and it uses sound in such a way that I've never seen or heard in a film before. It's really good.
Interesting. Decision to Leave makes the first appearance on the top 10. Park Chan-wook film. Brilliant film.
Fantastic. The way it merges romance with this kind of noir detective thriller. 2 great lead performances. It looks superb. Be in my top 15-20 for sure.
It's really good, man.
It's amazing.
It's so good. Would you prefer that to Handmaiden or?
Do you know what? Yeah, probably. I mean, Oldboy's my favorite.
Yeah.
Then it's a toss up between like Thirst, Handmaiden, and then
I need to check it out.
I don't know. I love Park Chan-wook. He's a genius.
Yeah. No, it is a brilliant film. I've seen this film twice now, and I think it moves so well as well. It's so good.
The interrogation scene with the mirrors is one of the best sequences of the last 20 years.
It's brilliant. Even like just the way he shoots things, like just from going to phone to
the way he uses phones.
So good.
You don't see phones being used like that.
You don't.
Yeah, it's great.
At number 9, we have Drive My Car.
Haven't seen it either. Yeah, that's amazing. I need to watch it.
I think also 2021.
Yeah, it was 2021. Yeah.
Time, directed by Garrett Bradley. I haven't seen this. I think it looks like a
Time.
It's just called Time.
I don't think I've done it.
No. Yeah. Interesting. Number 7, Top Gun Maverick.
I think one of the best. I think it has the biggest disparity of quality between a original and a legacy sequel, or just a sequel in general.
100%. If not the biggest, I would say.
And I love Tony Scott, who made Top Gun, but I just think Top Gun's fine.
Absolutely agree with that.
Top Gun Maverick is great. It wouldn't be my top 10, but it might be like top 20, top 25.
Yeah.
It's great. It's really like sensory overload, I think Tom Cruise is like one of the guys working. Obviously, I think he's one of the best actors working. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
This is actually, I'll keep this short because I could be talking about this film for a long, long time, but it's been a sort of a common joke amongst my friends group of how much I love Top Gun Maverick. I think it's one of the greatest action films maybe ever made. Definitely of the century for sure.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise, again, like the fact that he's able to basically come in with this film with Joseph Kosinski and basically save cinemas in a lot of ways. Bring the older generation of moviegoers who grew up with the first Top Gun and a new generation, unite those two through a shared experience is literally what cinema is about, in my opinion. The action sequences and the spectacle are out of this world, incredible.
Yeah,
I think I was reviewing New Mission Impossible with Amy, and I feel like I love the Mission Impossible films, but none of them are quite a 5-star for me, because I don't feel completely emotionally surrendered to those films in the way I am to Top Gun Maverick. I think a lot of the Mission films miss the kind of heart that this film kind of has, and I know it is just classic sort of cinema kind of throw your hands in the air and say hurrah kind of movie, but I mean the cinematographer Claudio Miranda is just, cooking here, like it's so good.
It's really good. Where would it be for you? Like top?
I would put it top 5. I'm sorry. I'd put it top 5. I think it's one of the great action films that, of recent memory for me, for sure.
It's really good.
At number 6, I've got Lovers Rock.
I don't know what that is.
Steve McQueen.
Oh, is that his new one?
No, 2020 came out.
2020.
Yeah. Haven't seen
Lovers Rock.
Is it a documentary?
Oh, this is the one with it's the like 3-parter.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
It's the 3-parter. It's got like a what's his name?
Is it like a
Michael
BBC
Ward?
film? Michael Ward. Yeah, Michael Ward. Yeah.
Meant to be amazing. I really like Steve McQueen. Well, I didn't watch Blitz.
I didn't like Blitz.
I heard it wasn't great, but generally I like Steve McQueen a lot.
Yeah. Cracking the top 5, we have The Boy and the Heron, directed by, of course, Hayao Miyazaki.
Very existential, very magnum opus-like.
Yep.
Incredibly reflected on his career.
Yep.
I love Miyazaki.
Yep.
This is not my favorite Miyazaki by a long way, but it's still great. It's like a 4-star for me. Be within my top 50, 60, not top 5. But I've only seen it once. I think this is one that's going to improve over time. Yeah,
I had a great sort of really interesting experience with The Boy and the Heron, because it was my, I'm reluctant to say first Miyazaki film, but I'd only seen Spirited Away beforehand.
Okay, that's my favourite.
Watched watched Boy and the Heron at London Film Festival, but obviously Clara, Miyazaki's basically her favourite person ever.
God.
Completely, massively influential on her work. So it was, for me, I had an entire experience with it. So I watched it for the first time, kind of realizing it was Miyazaki's kind of magnum opus, final kind of farewell, but not
what
really.
We thought would be his farewell.
But well, we don't know. But not really understanding the extent of that goodbye. Then with Clara, did all his films and then rewatched it again, and I just felt like so much more fulfilled and so much.
I have to ask your top 3.
Miyazaki.
Yeah.
Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, and
I love Howl's
Moving Castle.
I love Howl's. I love Kiki's Livery Service.
Kiki's is good. Kiki's is good.
They're all good.
They are really.
They're all good. I like all of them. Spirited Away is like my clear one. I grew up with it all. Like I watch it all the time.
Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke. It's not Totoro.
Wind Rises.
Wind Rises, I like.
Fantastic.
Wind Rises is almost like Miyazaki's Oppenheimer in a way.
I think it is. Like he almost could have ended on that one. To be honest, like Wind Rises.
I think he was supposed to or something.
He was.
Yeah.
He's been failing to retire for many years.
Yeah.
I love him. What a guy.
Number 4, we have Tar, directed by Tom Field.
Amazing film. Love it. It would be in my top 30. I think it's fantastic. As a
I agree.
study, I think it's amazing.
Top 40, top 30 for me for sure. Kate Blanchett, fantastic.
Yeah.
After Sun, number 3.
I don't know if I've ever cried at a film as much in my life. I think it's. This isn't a hyperbolic statement. I think it's one of the best directorial debuts ever. I think it's a genius, and the way it handles depression and memories and recollections and how we're supposed to possess them. Paul Mescal, unbelievable. I love the way it utilizes home footage as well.
Yeah,
I think it's amazing. I think it's like it would be in my top 5.
I think it is so great. I've seen it twice now, but I haven't quite had the reaction to a lot of people like yourself in completely winning me over. I feel like it's a film that I'm going to have to attempt again to really crack it, because I know it's there, but but it's just a matter of
I'm
when
so
that's going to
excited
happen.
whenever she does her next thing. I'm there. Like, it blew me away.
Zone of Interest number 2.
I would have it top 10.
Same. Top 20 for me.
I think I think it's like a masterpiece. I think
It's so good.
in the way that it handles the Holocaust, and it's very much God, what's his name? Michael Haneke. His whole mantra was that violence doesn't need to be shown; it needs to be maintained.
Because often what you can't see is actually scary.
Is the scariest part, and I think especially when we're attacking something like this, and I think on an artistic level, it's so respectful in the way that it handles it, and so brave to not follow a conventional narrative and not feed into Hollywood. My biggest gripe with things like Boy in Striped Pajamas, which I don't like at all, is it's
Hollywood.
It's so Hollywoodified, and it's built within. And Schindler's List, which I think is a great film, is still Hollywoodified. That it's built with its big moments.
Yeah,
I think a film on something of a torrid, just abhorrent nature of this doesn't need to have single moments.
Yeah, it's almost like it's almost like, I mean, Jonathan Glazer clearly approached this with a level of maturity that no other filmmaker tackling a subject has done before. I think Schindler's List is obviously fantastic, but like this film, what you basically were saying, thematically how it sort of pushes boundaries, cinematically how it pushes boundaries, how it uses sound. Opening couple of minutes is it's just blank screen sound. It's telling you, use your ears with this film. That's going to be vital. It is everything, like, it's push cinema, but it's also push storytelling in a new way that I think is just brilliant. Like,
it probably has my favorite
single shot of the decade,
which is
when he's walking upstairs right at the end, and he turns the corner and looks down the hole, and then he's sick, and then it kind of pans and then goes through the hole that's there, and then appears in modern day in adverts when the cleaners are there and stuff. And I think it's so powerful. I think it's unbelievable. Yeah, I'd probably have a top 10 for sure.
And at number 1, we have Nickel Boys.
Yeah, interesting. I really like it. I think I'm going to like it more on rewatch. I think it's a very, very important film. I think as a debut, stylistically, it's incredible. I actually really adopted the first person approach. I actually really liked it. Certain bits felt a bit more cold than expected for me, but I still think it's great. It wouldn't be within my top 30, probably like 50 kind of range.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. It's the only film from last year's sort of Oscars films that I hadn't managed to see.
It was really good.
But I look forward to checking it out. I mean, cinematography wise,
it's doing something different. So
first person you don't get off.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's really hard to pull off as well.
It is.
So, without it becoming like a gimmick.
Yes. It's like the one shot thing, isn't it? Without it feeling like a gimmick. Yeah.
And that is it, guys. Those were IndieWire's top 100 films of the 2020s so far. That was a fun episode. That was a good
episode. That was a lot longer than I expected.
Yeah, it was a bit, I think, what sort of an hour and 15 into this, something like that. But yeah, guys, those were apparently the best of the 2020 so far. Do let us know which ones you agree with, which ones you don't agree with, and some that you would probably put in there yourselves. Seth, it has been a pleasure, man. Thank you so much for coming down and chatting movies with me. It's been so much fun. Can't wait to have you on again, man.
Been fun.
Yeah. And of course, guys, you are probably already across Seth's stuff, but if you're not, all his links will be linked down below in the description box, including links to the Real Talk podcast, which is your very own podcast. Rival podcast. Yeah. Rival. No, of course, man. We love what you guys are doing as well. And I think also just the fact that you're from the UK and the rest of the boys of basically the States is quite amazing. So, yeah. And we look forward to seeing what you guys are up to next. And because I think you're having like a little bit of a reunion in the summer, aren't you?
Not even a reunion, a meet.
A meet.
You've
never met before in the flesh?
I've met George.
Okay, good stuff.
Yeah, in 3-4 weeks.
Good stuff, man. Well, guys, thank you so much for hanging with us for this topic discussion episode. Like I said, do let us know what you thought of those films in the comment section down below. But for now, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And we will catch you very soon in the next episode of the Popcorn Podcast. Cheers.